Codependency, a behavioral trait that brings a loving relationship into a crippling back and forth between dependence and misconstrued benevolence, baby. It causes a doomed relationship to sour even more from swirling resentment and selfish confusion, baby. Codependency will make one person leech off another, suck the life and all motivation from one's being, and cause my mom to buy a lot of self-help books in 2005 to better understand her relationship with my dad or my sister, or maybe my sister's relationship with both my mom and dad, baby. However, I know I wasn't part of that book club, though, because all I needed was a foam slab in a concrete basement, Tony Hawk 3 on N64, and Lloyd Banks' Hunger for More, the clean version even, blaring on my speakers to make my life oh so fly. Smile too, but that was on Beg for Mercy, baby. But codependency isn't always a one-way street with two people going the wrong way, baby. It can be a threesome of a few weirdos who keep dragging each other down with their own failures, baby. We're talking the Gorma Three Stooges today. My name is Baby James, baby.
And I'm Baby Nicole, baby.
And we are Mostly Speaking Sentai, baby.
Baby.
Hey, welcome to Mostly Speaking Sentai. Like I said, my name is James.
I'm Nicole.
Oh, Nicole, remember to project, baby.
I'm Nicole.
Not that much, though.
I'm Nicole.
Perfect. You want to know what? Either way, you're perfect in my eye, my Gorma eye. We've got a doozy of an episode, like always. Like I said, we're talking the Gorma Three Stooges. And right off the bat, I want to get this out of the way before we bring in our guest, who, in my opinion, he's a get. Absolutely. The Gorma glove gauge, guess what? They got those gloves still on. We are not seeing fleshy hands. I still believe those are their real hands. Nicole, do you think so?
I don't know. They use them to fight, though.
Yeah, so they're either Freddy Krueger gloves.
That's a thing.
They either got long fingernails poking through gloves, or that's their real hand.
Yep.
And like I said, we've got a get today. This is the first person where I had to write down an intro for him because there's so much. Feel free to laugh into the mic. Yeah.
I like some of the echo, like it's too much to be contained in a microphone.
You know him from the D&D Play podcast Low as Quinn Fowler, the rogue tiefling looking for answers, the co-founder, co-curator, co-producer of the comedy music art showcase The Shithole, and
Expredicer.
And 1/3 of the trio, Gnar Gnar Shredtown, Kevin Gerrity.
Yo, thanks for having me tonight.
Did I get your last name from the D&D podcast right?
Fowler. Yeah, I think you said it right. Fowler?
Oh, I said Fowler.
Fowler.
Okay, Fowler. All right.
It doesn't matter. It's a made-up character.
So I pick all these episodes out for specific people. Mm-hmm. And the Three Stooges,
perfect.
You're in a trio. And we want to know, does this dynamic come across that these Three Stooges have kind of go towards your guys' trio, Gnar Gnar Shredtown, improvised comedy?
Yeah, somewhat. That's an interesting call. I would like to say that I'm President Graveyard. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Because he's just so versatile. But I think that would probably be Dan. I feel like I'd end up being Telephone Sensei.
I was going to say Dan is because President Gravestone talks the least.
Yeah, totally. And Zach's definitely Kamikaze Sensei.
Yeah. Also, Kamikaze and Teach a Telephone, in my notes I have Teach a Telephone, are the most likely to kiss.
Oh, for sure. And we've kissed many a times. A lot. I'm just bummed that I didn't get to see them kiss, but you can feel the tension between them.
Especially at the end of the third episode. We're doing all 3 episodes today. When she says, "Oh, he's looking the greatest he's ever looked."
Yeah, she knows when he's enjoying himself.
Have you ever thought to yourself or said over to Dan while watching Zach do something and said, "He looks the best I've ever seen him"?
Oh yeah, when they're popping out a couple flips, skating our boards.
Nice. Doing
shredding the gnar.
Yeah, Gnar Gnar Shredtown. You ever pop shove it over a sweet six stare?
No, not one bit. I'm pretty sure Dan has. I don't know about Zach.
Nicole, what's a pop shove it?
You kick it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you like stomp on the part at the end.
Yep.
So it pops up and then you just punch it.
Wow, how long have you been skateboarding?
My whole life.
Nice.
Good.
Just for the love of it? You don't want to get any sponsors?
No.
Hell yeah.
No.
I once hashtagged something scooter because I have a scooter, and a 12-year-old kid on Instagram liked the status and followed me, and I went to it. I was like, why'd this person do this? Do I want to follow them back? And he said, I love Scooter, currently looking for sponsors.
Poor kid's never going to get a scooter sponsor. Poor kid.
It was the crumb bums of Frank knocking over all the scooters.
Yeah. That's why I hashtagged it Razor Scooter, possibly. And kid was thinking, oh, maybe Crumb Bum's comic will sponsor me. Hey, kid, if you're listening to this, 1, you shouldn't be. It's explicit. But 2, oh, well, no, he's probably 13 by now. Hey.
He gets to hear one F-bomb.
Yeah, one F-bomb. And
are you worried about swears at all?
Oh, absolutely
you said explicit?
not.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, the whole...
Fuck yeah, kid. That's your one.
The whole episode of when Tyler is on, they just were talking about penises the entire time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that will be out by... I think it will. Yeah, this will be out. I just explained a story of how a friend watched me get a hand job.
Nice.
I invited him to watch it. And then he said, hey, just want to let you know, like, your penis looks like a dinosaur. I don't know how to describe it, but you got like a dino dick. And I felt powerful after that.
Did he mean like it looked like the whole dinosaur itself, or what a dinosaur's dick would? Like, I'm thinking Bad Dragon dildos.
Yeah, I probably that.
Okay.
Very scaly.
But I think like veiny, so maybe like a dinosaur with smooth skin.
Okay, yeah, because then that was the next question. If it was a dinosaur, I'm curious about which dinosaur. If you meant the like one with the mace tail, or because that's what you hope for if they're talking about.
For a podcast, I should call him and record his call.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You shouldn't do that.
So,
jumping back to the scooters, though, it was you two that made me want there to be a villain that's like Scooter Sensei, that's just a scooter character riding a scooter around, because that's all Kamikaze is.
Yes.
It's so wild. I love that.
Oh, that'd be dope. Nicole, write it up. I mean, draw it up. Yeah. So, I like to ask everyone that comes on the show, do you have any prior knowledge or any exposure to Super Sentai?
I think I've just seen visuals of it. I've never watched an actual episode.
Okay.
Or, I definitely didn't know any of the intricacies of the characters, or just I've definitely seen images.
Okay, awesome. What about you, Nicole? I don't know. Power Rangers?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely grew up and had some VHS tapes, even the like White Ranger karate lesson tape that they released. I think I still have it somewhere.
We need to find that and do
training
a podcast
session
about that, or a training session. Nicole,
I will train with y'all.
Draw it up.
Oh my God.
So let's get into notes. What'd you have down? I want to know your thoughts.
Straight out the gate, amazing dragon puppetry.
Yeah.
The movement in that dragon is beautiful.
Yeah.
You really think that it's
getting tickled.
Yeah.
That tickling thing, I wrote down that the 3 Stooges are fighting the dragon like I play with Frank.
Mm-hmm.
I just give him little tickles. It doesn't tickle him, but that's exactly what they were doing.
Do they tickle? Is that like a used tactic a lot in the show? Tickling?
No.
That's the
never.
only. Damn.
Never.
Damn. I want more tickling.
Especially even like at the very end when they're like walking away wounded and stuff, like that does not happen on any other episode.
Because everyone just gets obliterated and they're donezo. Beautiful.
Yeah. I think this is probably the only villain who comes back after being murked.
Yeah, and I was thinking about how what's his face?
Zydos.
Zydos is like, you guys are failures, but it's like none of the other monsters have beaten them either.
And I would also like to say that in the end, they say on the last episode, one of them says, we didn't die because even in hell, we're last picked.
So depressing.
It's insane.
That's something Monse would say.
Oh my God. Yes, that's Monse's
She'd be
aesthetic.
like, oh, I'm President Gravestone.
She'd say, I'm going to wife that dude.
Yes.
What else you got, Kevin?
I was also really curious. I mean, I guess it is just a completely different culture, and that's a huge thing. But it doesn't seem like it's a kid's show, which I appreciate. That it seems like it's supposed to be 8 p.m. on like a Friday night and for adults, as opposed to everything that's been brought over here is the exact opposite and completely geared towards children.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people say that, and especially when we get to Zydos, how he's dressed.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff.
Shoji flips Kamikaze off, gives him the bird.
Yeah.
That's the first time we've ever noticed that.
So beautiful. It's a good finger, too, right away.
Good.
Good, strong finger with fingerless gloves on.
Also,
highlighting the knuckles.
And he's riding a motorcycle and able to do that. Shoji's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. I have an episode summary.
Nice.
Oh, man. Okay, so guys, if you haven't, I wanted to get in and talk to Kevin immediately. Totally forgot about this. In today's episodes, we're discussing the full, complete, in-your-friggin' face saga of the Gorma 3 Stooges. But boy, do I wish I had 3 Gorma Stogies. Puff, puff, pass, I love my grass. That's from a Craze DK/J-Ferg song that no one listening to this podcast besides MC Deep has heard, baby. We're introduced to the Stooges because some old lady thinks a body with a phone for a head is just a phone and not a freaking monster. Can we say senile much, baby? Teach a phone, telephone senpai, or, as Nicole would like me to say, maybe telephone daddy, because much like senpai, daddy will never notice me. She comes up from the underground with President Gravestone and BK Boss Kamikaze. On the Dairanger Wikia, they say Boss Kamikaze and not General Kamikaze, so I've just been accustomed to calling him BK. Have it your way, eat fresh, bitches. Subway. They come to terrorize this old bag. BK comes in cruising on his dirt bike, much like Robbie Scott in high school, going bring, bam. Kids in my high school used to always constantly make dirt bike noises. I'm not going to
dirt bikes, or
no, they'd go bring, exactly what I'm doing. No, yeah, they'd go brap, brap. Yeah, it was I'm not going to say if it was annoying or not because I did just specifically say someone's name from high school. That could probably beat me up.
So it was annoying.
The Gorma, much like Batron Stang, yank up Rio's sister. This is why Batman has a secret identity, guys, so the Joker won't yank up his sister Barbara Wang, the orc girl in wheelies, over at Wang Manor, guys. Both of these two work at a comic book store and probably are pissed off at my inaccurate Batman references. They stuff this girl into a balloon and challenge Rio to a 1-on-15 soccer match. If the Gorma get a goal, good guy gets gone with lightning bolts. Luckily, Rio, the fire fox, is resistant to electricity, unlike my Pidgeotto. He couldn't take those electric bolts of a gosh dang thunderstorm. From the clouds, that is. I was using his fly ability to head over to Mariano's for gushers and batteries. Gotta charge both myself and the Wiimotes, baby. I miss you, my winged prince. Rio is about to get bolded again, but whoa. The Daigo Rangers are here with a phantom goalpost. The Phantom of the Goalpost. That's Phantom of the Opera.
Daigo Rangers.
Yeah, because Daigo was the one doing the Phantom thing.
All right.
With aura changers buzzing, the Rangers clobber the Gorma and get a goal. Baby. Next up, King Cool Shoji himself starts his journey of misplaced sympathy towards the Stooges.
Baby.
Or Stogies. They beg him for help so they can get in good again with the Gorma tribe by throwing a baseball match. Rin says, no way, dude, but Shoji is a kind soul and takes pity because they're going through the unimaginable, bearing a child. It's a Hamilton reference. The Rangers all agree to the match without knowing Shoji is on that Pete Rose tip. He's throwing the game, gambling and stuff. The Rangers have to wear hats with explosives on top, and while they're transformed, it makes them look like a bald-headed kid in an oversized cap. Shoji knows something is up and gets blown up on purpose, but he's Mr. So Cool and oh so strong and hits a home run like Bernie Mac, Mr. 3000.
R.I.P.
They blow up with some enlarging bombs, but the team knows how to clobber kaiju, you dummies. One more paragraph. It's a short one, though.
It's 3 episodes.
Yeah. I made sure it was a page and no more. Finally, Shoji is walking the train yard and is confronted by the Stooges. I keep wanting to say Stogies. Now stronger than ever and with a few new fighting techniques like sumo and pro wrestling. Unfortunately, they should have taken more lessons from Chris Benoit and fewer from punk jobbers because they get murked by Shoji. Chris Benoit, Google him.
Oh no!
BK challenges Cool Blue to a racing match with more explosives than a SM58 without a windscreen. That's a microphone. Plosives. You ain't getting any because I put a windscreen on top of a windscreen so I don't have to mix out a lot of plosives. Shoji's in an all... That's not written, just so everyone knows. Shoji's in an all-white Evel Knievel getup looking handsome as hell. Unfortunately, Zydos was ready for Three Stooge failure and made the goal a boom boom factory and the Gorma 3 lay dead. For now, Wingsters.
That's beautiful.
And now you know the episode, because that's Mike's super short show.
I so badly want them to do a spinoff with the 3 of them as... like all this time in between, because there's a bunch of episodes between the 3 of these.
Okay.
That's what I said this morning. I was like, I want a show with just them.
Yeah.
I mean, we could pause, and this episode could be me showing you a recording fan fiction based on the Gorma Three Stooges. It's already recorded. Wow. Nicole has never heard it. It's maybe 20 minutes long, 17 minutes.
Let's just keep rolling.
No.
Okay.
We need to talk about the episodes.
Absolutely. Nicole, what you got for notes?
Ooh, I got so many notes. Okay, so we got President Gravestone, Telephone Sensei, and General Kamikaze. There was a swastika on the back of General Kamikaze's bike.
Yes.
Also, I think it's just weird that like he is a bike, but he's also riding a bike.
It's like a horse riding a horse.
It's just weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, I just want a bunch of characters of different vehicles riding that vehicle.
Like Telephone Sensei just like riding on top of a telephone.
Or her using another telephone instead of her own.
I mean, she does.
She does?
Kinda.
She infiltrates other telephones, national espionage. She'll do it for free.
She was holding like a green one at one point.
She
I
was?
don't remember why.
Oh, but she made the green... No, she wasn't holding it. She made that green phone shoot out water and then freeze Shoji?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that white foam stuff was. Was it like explosive adhesive?
Maybe, or it's just to show that he's wet because they didn't want him to be wet in riding a bike.
Yeah, that's a good call. Safety first.
Yeah. Or I just thought they froze him.
It makes sense. She really didn't use her powers to the full extent until that 3rd episode. Because she just kind of is calling in and like getting a hold of people. But in the 3rd one, she makes a wrestling ring. She's able to like, do the explode and shoot water out through the phone. There's one other thing. I think I forgot to write it down because I'm a dum-dum. I just got too wrapped up in the action.
She like spies on people.
Yeah. Yeah, but I want more of her.
Yeah.
I want more of that power. It's a very good power.
It is. But do you think it would work well in a cell phone era? Would her powers be able to shoot up to satellites and back down to Earth?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they'd be better.
All right.
Yeah.
Because like all the telephones have cameras on them.
Oh, yeah. Would she be able to get into... No, because my iPod's not plugged on. If it's Wi-Fi, she probably could. Would she be a Wi-Fi senpai?
We don't know.
That's got a ring to it.
She could probably get the upgrades for it.
Yeah.
Zydos definitely has a
Nicole,
hookup.
draw it up.
Draw it up. It's just she has a router on top of her head and holding a modem.
Just has to keep replugging in to
Oh
reboot.
my fucking God.
I wanted like more mundane like challenges that they were. The one that I wrote down was like, to save your sister, all you have to do is spend under $60 at Target, and then like nothing happens until they're ringing up at the checkout, and everything that they scan that's over $60, they like explode, and the day is saved by the teammates showing up with coupons that bring it back under $60.
Yes, that would be fantastic. What else could they do, Nicole?
Oh, I don't know.
I was thinking like you had to pay your bills on time for 3 months in a row consecutively on the day. And if you don't and you forget, then you blow up and lose your sister. Or
Oh, God. The like bill you open just explodes.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it's something that would channel someone's OCD to not step on cracks. You have to count the stairs, and if you accidentally miss one, that stair just explodes.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to burn at least 2,000 calories every day.
You gotta get 1,000 steps.
Yeah.
And you can't just shake the
the step counter.
Yeah.
Yeah, stepometer, whatever that is.
filling up your gas tank. It has to land on a specific dollar amount.
Oh, yeah, right. It's like right on an even 10 or something like that.
That blows up, but then the entire place blows up. Oh, that's good. We're doing
my
bits.
God.
He's an improviser, Nicole.
I'm not.
Hey, you did improv once?
For like a minute, and I was real bad.
Improv teachers will say you're always improvising.
Ooh.
It's true, to some extent.
Where did you go to improv school?
I did the conservatory at Second City, but I did most of my training back in Milwaukee in a basement.
Oh, okay.
With some really amazing people.
Okay. Under a school or just...
It was a storefront theater called The Alchemist. And
Okay.
Patrick Schmitz, just amazing, talented man, ran it and really took care of a lot of us. And
Hell yeah. He's an improviser, Nicole.
He must be really good at D&D.
I just want to say that it kind of falls into one of my notes. President Gravestone, I call him PG. His design is very cool. He's half, his head's in the gravestone. He's half person and half skeleton. And skeletons are creepy. Speaking of skeletons, that's something you might fight in D&D. On low, have you ever fought a skelly?
ooh, no, we haven't actually come across skeletons. Demons, fish people, humans.
How far in this campaign are you?
We're pretty deep now.
Okay.
I want to say that we've had 12 sessions. I don't know how that's broken down exactly into the episodes because we usually record for like 2-3 hours.
Okay.
And then I think he chops them into... Each recording session might be 2 episodes, around 45 minutes or so. We just fought... I don't know if this will give away too much. I'll save it. Because I don't think the episode's coming out yet. But it's fun. We're in the sewers and we come across something that's pretty big.
All right. I was going to say, you're already fighting demons and...
That was the first... It smacked us around and
Okay.
I just got lucky.
Okay.
I got lucky and was like, I think this dagger seems to be what it cares about the most, so I'm going to make sure it's not in this room anymore. And then it dematerialized out of our realm back to its homeland.
You just threw the dagger into another room.
Yeah, the room we were in had special wards, and the demon was trying to keep the dagger in the room. And so I guess as soon as we broke the wards with the dagger, he went bye-bye.
Yeah.
But we probably should have left the dagger with him because we got screwed over immediately afterwards by the people that hired us.
So PG says, don't break this gravestone. Are people going around breaking gravestones?
I think it was a problem.
Okay.
For this is going to be total bullshit, but I want to say the 80s of kids and degenerates just going in and pushing tombstones over and being just complete assholes to the dead.
Yeah, I think, didn't Michael Myers' sister's gravestone keep getting broken? I know Gigi Allen's does.
Well, I mean, he kind of set up his life for that.
Yeah. People keep pooping on it. That's for real. They almost had to move his grave because of it. I think one of the members of maybe CKY saw someone defacing the gravestone and went up to him and confronted the person and said, "Why the fuck are you doing this?" "Well, he would have wanted it." "I don't care if he would have wanted it. This is someone I respected. Don't do that."
And there's also so many other people buried here.
Oh yeah,
like you're not just disrespecting his gravestone. You're disrespecting everyone in that yard.
But you're giving it fertilizer. That's how poopies work.
Yeah, but then the groundskeeper's got to go through with the lawnmower and spray shit everywhere. Oh, one thing that I was curious about with this show is I wonder what factors into them using English words. Is it strictly like how they sound and they sound cool in English to them? Because more than baby, there were a couple other words.
I think it's just a cultural thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Because a lot of these shows and anime even will do that.
Yeah, anime movies like and manga and stuff, you'll see that. Even like storefront signs, some of them are English, and it's, I don't know, I've never looked into it, but it's just like an interesting thing.
Part of their culture. Yeah, I just didn't know if it was strictly, it sounds cool. Like they're just like, yeah, baby. Baby's sweet. We don't have any word that sounds like baby.
I also think there's a huge rockabilly teen scene, I think even now
to this
today.
Day, yeah.
So I think they were pulling from that, especially Shoji being a greaser type and a biker. He's probably been around people who say baby a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Baby. What else do we got? Teach a Telephone asks BK, do you have that big plan for the Dairanger's destruction? And he just says, "Of course I do," and starts spinning a soccer ball. They don't explain it. They just say, "Yeah, soccer, that's my big plan."
Yeah, it's a bullshit plan because it's not like he like had formations or plays to enact. It was strictly the plan is soccer and we'll have enough of us to win.
Also,
their thing, though, because I was like, why soccer? Their thing is just games. Like, that's their go-to thing, like, is just games.
So, the Gorma also have a specific style. No rules. 0 rules. Anything is good. And I was thinking, what other things could be enhanced if it was Gorma style? I wrote down buffets, swimming pools, and the internet, net neutrality, baby.
No rules?
I want everything .to on the internet.
Anything goes.
Anything.
I mean, isn't it for the most part, though, the internet? I mean, except for speed, like net neutrality. But for the most part, people really do whatever the fuck they want on it.
Especially on the dark web. Hey, if you're on the dark web listening to this now,
send us a mystery box.
Yes.
Please, a mystery box.
No, we actually do not want a mystery box. Please do not send it to us.
No.
Unless it's a mystery box full of Shout Factory releases on DVD Super Sentai.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a mystery to whoever's sending it. It just, as long as you know that they'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Send them cool stuff. They deserve it.
Yeah, you want to know what, guys? Find someone's address, find their likes and dislikes, and do something based off from that. Make sure you're getting their likes, but not their dislikes.
And you gotta find out where they live.
Yeah, you can find out where anyone lives.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah,
it's
also
creepy.
on the dark web.
Also, in a little thing called the White Pages. I roll blunts with the White Pages and Bible papers.
Yeah,
I think those are just really big joints then.
Yeah, they're huge. Like that Cheech and Chong album that came with a fat stogie of a blunt wrap. That's real. It came with a vinyl-sized.
Oh, wow.
The vinyl square.
The insert, yeah.
12
the
by
insert,
12?
Yes, the insert was rolling paper.
Oh, amazing. Good for them.
You can still find sealed copies with it if you want to.
Just the driest leaf of tobacco. It would be worth a shot. You could probably hydrate it still.
Yeah, throw it in a hydrator. They have those.
Sure.
Or just seep it in some CBD oil. And then smoke a fat stogie like that. Or with some acid, LSD. Nicole.
Yeah.
You love acid. Let's talk about it. What else do we got?
Episode 2 starts out strong with all the good honesty of people being losers, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that coming together of losers. I really appreciate people really being honest about themselves.
Shout out to losers.
Yeah, hell yeah. Huge shout out to losers.
Hey, if you're listening and you're a loser, hashtag loser sentai.
Yes.
Also, please be sure to tag at MSS Pod on Twitter, because I will not be looking through that hashtag because this is being released in maybe 7 weeks. I will forget. Yes, you could have told that Dungeons and Dragons thing because it will be out by then. But let's not chance it. We want people to go on iTunes, search Low. Is that what they would search?
Yeah, Low. I think it pops up if you look up Logan Dean.
Okay,
D-E-A-N as well.
And then you want to look for a biohazard type deal. Isn't that the cover?
Yeah, it's a skull with like a D20 in the head with a triangle around it and like a neon-esque design.
That's why I was thinking biohazard, the triangle.
Yes.
I also found out that's an LGBTQ thing, the triangle. From my other podcast, This Movie's Gay. I do that with a friend who is gay, so it's fine.
It's not offensive, guys. Don't worry.
We're actually watching movies that are LGBTQ based. The title is literal. The movies are actually gay. Also lesbian. Where my ladies at? What else do we got? What is more adorable than your little sister, guys? Or your older sister? Because dumplings are
everything.
Oh, heating on her sister. Because guess what? She's never going to listen to this. I wish she would. I want those listens up, baby.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick surprise of the like mild incest straight out the gate of episode 1.
What do you mean?
Don't you want to hang out with your adorable sister?
I think that might be something lost in translation.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
Not super.
I don't know.
incestual.
I just would never refer to my brother in like. I guess I don't use adjectives for talking about my brother.
Yeah. This does a lot. Do you have a sister?
No, I don't.
Would you go up? Is your brother older or
older?
So walk up next time you see him and say, "Hey, do you want to hang out with your adorable little brother?"
I'll give it a shot. I could just see him staring at me.
Just be like, I just want to hang out with my handsome brother.
That would make him blush.
Bro.
He would blush. He would love to hear that, actually, probably.
Say it right now.
Nah. I'll save that for the right moment.
Okay, nice. On Thanksgiving already happened. And Christmas
Eve.
By the time this podcast is released, Christmas came and went.
Yeah, we might be kissing brothers at that point. If this goes over well and this isn't a lost in translation.
Oh, no.
We accidentally kissed once in high school. We were doing a show and our characters were brothers. It was like what was it called? It was After Juliet, and it was this sequel to Romeo and Juliet, and it was like, what's everyone doing after they die? And we were supposed to like run, and we were in an argument and like run into each other's face and just be screaming at each other, and we just got way too close and just immediately kissed when we met in the middle. It was beautiful.
Did you also smack teeth?
No, surprisingly not, because we both got big teeth.
Ugh. I once, when you're like 12 and you keep having erections, I once...
That stopped after 12 for you? Lucky.
No, I mean...
the beginning of it all.
Yes, and I once had we drove to Florida and I was sitting next to my brother in the car and I started getting a boner. I was like, oh, this is so uncomfortable. I don't want a boner by my brother. Except we had bunk beds and I'm pretty sure he was jacking it some nights.
Oh my God.
And you know what I did? I just shut my ears and went back to sleep. I turned my head and saw a collage of the Sailor Scouts on my wall. Because I had printouts of Sailor Moon, Sailor Saturn, mainly those two. Maybe a Chibiusa here and there. You know Mini Moon? Pink hair?
Mm-hmm.
What about Mini Moon?
No.
Oh, no. Nicole, can you explain that concept? Is she her daughter in the future or a different parallel universe?
I don't think I got that far.
Oh, man, I gotta know. Hey, hashtag Sailor Sentai, let me know. But also tag at MSS Pod.
Hey, I want to talk about how episode 1, I really liked how like all of the Rangers used their powers not as just like fighting, but like to play the game.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Purpose.
Which made me think, either of you guys played Mega Man Soccer?
No.
It was a Mega Man soccer game. It's for Super Nintendo. They should have made this or even a baseball version of that franchise, but throw in Super Sentai skins and powers. All of a sudden you're dribbling back and forth with Daigo, but he's 3 Daigos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Which of our friends likes Daigo? Is it Courtney or
I don't know.
One of them would love 3 Daigos.
Jesus, James.
What? One massages their feet, one is cooking dinner, and then the other.
Well, aren't they just illusions? Can they actually interact?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because then you could have the real one giving you a massage, and then he could have multiples stripping for you.
Okay.
Or something that's non.
So Goku, he was able to do the multiple technique, and only one of them was real. But then Tien Shinhan, he was able to split himself and have all of them be solid. So, hey guys, let us know. Can Daigo split? Is he solid in all forms?
Is he Tien or is he Goku?
Yes. Let us know, Daigo, Goku, or Tien.
You raised a great point with the soccer and the powers, and I wish they used their powers a little bit more for the baseball.
Yeah.
Because he just slows it down, the lightning strike. Oh, and then he does then Daigo does the split to get the home run or get home. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they could have just ramped up the powers a little bit more.
Rin uses one of her best powers, beauty.
Oh my God, yes. That was so funny.
When that scene happened, I put down, where's my note? I want to make sure. Rin is beautiful and Nicole would be so much happier if I had her body. It's a recurring thing on this podcast. I keep saying that.
Have you drawn that up yet?
Me as Rin?
James's, your head on her body.
It would also, just her everything.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm just inside of her full body. Just think of how beautiful of a couple we would be. Think of the beautiful babies we would make.
That's not how that works.
No, I still have a dangling. Of course. No, I would prefer, if I were Rin, to not have a downstairs mix-up. You gotta laugh into that microphone, baby.
I don't know how to please you.
Yeah, you do. By love.
Oh my God. Love.
Have you ever seen the Newgrounds cartoon Blockhead?
No.
Darn it. Hey, guys, if you've seen the Newgrounds cartoon Blockhead, do Sentai Blockhead.
Ghostmiss is the most... What does he say? I don't know.
He says, Ghostmiss is for love. I did write down PG has a cute little eye. He has a very cute, handsome eye.
I guess.
If it were zoomed up, you would love it. The Gorma, you touched on it, Kevin. The Gorma have Bond villain level death games. It's just use that Electro Bolt as a gun because it would have been a 2-hit then kill.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike the Golden Gun, that's a 1-hit kill, Nicole. Or the Plasma Coil Gun in Red Faction. That's a 1-hit kill, Nicole. Can go through walls as well. Infrared on your enemies. My brother was really good at that. He could still be good at it. I don't know. Haven't talked to him in 5 years.
All right. Hey, what about Turtle Guy?
Yes.
Turtle Guy.
Turtle Guy. Sorry. This is probably the second time we see him. We're recording these out of order. Turtle Guy was the umpire. Mm-hmm. Did you see him waving around his turtles?
Yeah, and then I missed how that transitioned to the Gorma 3.
They were just like, hey, you're the guy. And he was just like, okay, I guess I'm the catcher.
The Gorma scared him.
Okay.
And then he ran, and they must have snagged him and said, you're the umpire.
Gotcha. I just wasn't sure how, they scared his turtles. I was writing something down, and I missed them.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's so wild. A lot of things that you'll miss if you're too wrapped up in taking notes.
Yes, I am realizing that that's hard, and it's probably we do bonus episodes of. Did you ever watch Los Luchadores on Fox Kids?
Yeah.
He's got to be on an episode. We do a bonus once a month called Mostly Lovin' Lucha.
Nice.
And we just watch that show. Since that's in English, it's much easier to write notes.
Yeah.
What else do we got? The Gorma have Bond villain stuff.
What?
So
The Turtle Man.
Oh, yes, we were talking on the Turtle Man.
Turtle guy.
He ends up being the turtle that you commented on as a kid you wanted that?
Mm-hmm.
That is him.
Oh.
He's not inside that. That is literally him. He gets down on all fours and goes boop, 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 and becomes a huge turtle
Yes.
turtleneck.
Yes. Hell yeah.
That's a good storyline. He starts turning into a turtle and he goes crazy. He loves his turtles, though. I think one might be named Michelle, or that was the name
I don't know. I love his character too. I just love these episodes so much. They're my favorite.
Yeah, the all of them are good, but the second half of at least the Sentai series we've seen so far, the second half is always filmed so much better. Like the film stock looks better.
Yeah.
And
Except for Shoji jumping his bike.
oh god.
It's tough to capture.
Yes.
When you're moving that fast.
She's commenting on how when Shoji jumps over Kamikaze into the boat on the the third episode, it's truly just they cut out a picture of him on the bike and just shuffled it across a cell. And you have to have things like that in order to get better special effects, I guess. Except we've watched some newer Sentai series. Wish they didn't go the special effects route. Stay where it was in the 90s, and any new technology, don't do it unless it's for laser beams.
There's too much CGI. Like instead of these really cool handmade costumes that you get in the older series, it's just like a CGI one, and it's super lame.
It's kind of like
I understand you can have cooler costumes, but it's not.
It is falling in line with the Green Lantern paradox. You can't have a CGI suit. It needs to be real.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a problem with that suit at all.
Oh, Green
I also
Lantern.
walked out of that movie and I was like, not too bad.
At the time, I enjoyed it. I don't hate it, but I also think Suicide Squad is a very fun movie.
Oh
Interesting.
my God.
Interesting. Suicide Squad. Somebody brought this up at the shop. They don't utilize the characters for what they do.
Oh, of course not.
It's unreal. They have the sword person not use the sword at the end, and they have somebody else throw something.
Yeah.
Captain Boomerang doesn't throw the bomb at the end, and Harley Quinn is the one using the sword. And it's like, what? Why even have this?
Well, because they wanted her to look sexy with a sword. I'm pretty sure that's what it would be. Hey, Nicole, do you think Harley Quinn with a sword is sexy?
No, her character is so fucking dumb. She only has... Okay, no one else brings this up. And it makes me so mad because it's such a dumb thing that she only has an accent sometimes.
Yeah, she...
That's supposed to be her thing. And it's she doesn't even do it the whole time. It's
she has a Brooklyn accent, but plus baby voice in the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But in the movie, she doesn't even do it all the time. Otherwise, it's just a regular American accent.
Yeah, but what about that pale skin and those short shorts?
What about it?
Ooh, baby. It's like that kid on episode 3 who had the short shorts of Super Sentai Dairanger.
You're just trying to bring it back around?
Yeah.
The 90s were a good time for short shorts. The ones that were crazy baggy. Oh, yeah, I had short shorts at one point.
I never did.
I mean, it wasn't like I went and picked them out. And then I played soccer for a while, and those shorts are short.
I did. I was in swim team, so I had a Speedo.
Nice.
I had multiple Speedos.
Was your school everyone bleaches their hair?
No.
That was the big swim team thing in Milwaukee where the team would just bleach their hair for whatever reason.
I was on elementary team. So it wasn't even the school's team. It was our like rec center's team.
Oh, right on.
It was the Wyoming Wahoos. Is that a fish maybe? I think it is.
Yeah, probably. I would assume that they would pick a fish.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
I hated swim team. I think I've talked about it before. You have to get up at 5 a.m. on a Saturday morning to go travel 100 miles to another school just to do a swim meet that you're only swimming 3 heats in. And, you know, you want to go home and watch Fox Kids, Digimon, Los Luchadores, throw in a Sam and Max here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Hey, Dad, if you're listening to this, you're probably not. Why'd you do that? Even though you've already told me why. Oh, you got to have a after-school activity. Hey, I had an after-school activity. Not being a freaking nerd.
You're pretty much a freaking nerd.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing about episode 2 that I wrote down was how completely drastic and terrifying of a reason that they forced them into playing the baseball, and that the telephones of the world will just never stop ringing.
Yeah.
What a very, I mean, I know I would lose my shit.
I was just thinking, couldn't you just cut the cords? And
The guy pulled the cord out
yeah.
and it kept ringing.
You could just smash all the phones.
He was just like, what?
No, then her power is
Totally
infinite.
can be, yeah, cellular or Wi-Fi based.
Now I want to know the intricacies of her power. What makes her be able to do that?
I don't know. Also, okay, what about President Gravestone? He just like fucking shuts it and opens, just like random shit are inside.
Was it just the lighter?
There was a TV screen.
There was a TV,
and there was the like love match and like luck,
and the fortune teller,
yeah.
which he has to put a coin in.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It's so good.
You gotta feed the machine.
When did he have a TV?
The very beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were showing off the people that she could listen to through the phones.
Okay, yeah, I was taking notes in the morning when I've watched this now twice through. Mm-hmm. Oh, and Nicole has too.
Mm-hmm.
Within the last 24 hours.
Yeah. The comedy in these 3 episodes is fantastic. Mm-hmm. Like when Shoji runs out of the restaurant and he says, "Hey, keep the change," and then Rio picks it up and is like, "This isn't even enough, man."
I'm trying to think if there were any other good bits that I can remember. But yeah, no, I was impressed. That's why I was also like, this doesn't seem like it's geared towards children at all, just because it's written at a higher level. Like all the other Power Rangers feel like they're dumbed down and they're not taking the kids seriously for like watching it. Whereas this is like, we're going to just assume that you are smart enough to tag along.
The series before Dairanger, Zyuranger, sorry, that is very kid focused.
Oh,
especially
yeah, for sure.
The first maybe 30 episodes, and then after that, it gets a little darker. However, they're constantly talking about Satan. There is a character who is just a floating head with spiky hair called Great Satan, and Bandora Rita, she sold her soul to Satan in order to become a witch and enact her revenge on dinosaurs.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
This just makes me really want an updated version that's like adult.
There is a parody version. It's called an unofficial Sentai series that is like a real life teenagers become Sentai heroes, and it's geared more towards like an Adult Swim demographic.
Gotcha.
But not like a Mr. Pickles demographic.
Yeah, more of like if Degrassi was Sentai.
Yeah,
like that level of seriousness.
Yes, but more geared towards comedy.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. But I would love a dark Sentai series.
Do you know what that one's called?
Akiba Ranger, maybe?
Okay.
I believe that's what it's called. If I got that wrong, guys, I'm sorry.
What do you mean the dark? Well, I guess it's not Sentai, but we were looking at Kamen Rider.
Yeah, Kamen Rider Black is dark.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
And then we watched a clip of, it was a guy, think of when someone starts beating the shit out of someone and someone holds them back. Think if no one held them back and just kept pounding on them. That was a clip from
like
a Kamen Rider that we saw.
Punching for like just
and then starts bleeding.
minutes.
and then just like stabs him hard.
Yikes.
And then he blows up.
Runs into him with his bike.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was violent.
It was so, and like the guy he was fighting was not fighting back at all. So you're just
because
like,
that dude
what
was a
the
jobber,
fuck?
I think. We only have context of that thing. So
It was we just watched that clip, not the episode.
We were trying to figure out what. Do you know what Kamen Rider is?
Mm-mm.
It's another masked hero show.
Mhm.
But he looks like a bug.
Yes, he's bug centric.
I love it. It's
Nice.
cute.
Did they like snatch any of the footage for like the Beetleborg stuff?
No, that's just Beetleborgs.
Gotcha.
Beetleborgs was B Fighter. Speaking of that, Morphbots, check them out.
Morphbots.
Yeah, they're great people.
Yeah.
And a funny ass show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're getting close to an hour. Do you have any notes you guys want to start rattling off?
Maybe.
Episode 3 started with some more honesty, which I really loved. What is it? What did I write? Oh yeah, the honesty of like Shoji being like, "You guys are still around?
Yeah.
What have you been doing?" And that's what spawned me being like, "Yeah, what the fuck have they been doing? I want to see all of them. Like, were they training to play baseball? Like immediately after they lost, they're like, next one's baseball. Let's work on our swings." And then it's just a montage of that or whatever.
Well, I love them just opening on. They're just like sitting there, just basically like kicking the dirt, like not.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of teenagers just hanging out at maybe a graveyard, just being bored and angsty.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, I like the idea that Zydos set up an apartment that they have to rent out, but it makes sure that they have to pay it. So they're just like down on their luck trying to make rent. And that's why they're behind the trucks for the second one, like scaring Turtle Guy.
I did write down on the first episode to Zydos, they said, "Hey, if we win, there's stipulations. You have to stop calling us Stooges." And then on the third episode, they said, "Hey, if we win, give us a pay raise." What are the Gorma doing with money? I've asked it before. I will keep asking it. Why do they need money?
Maybe
gotta
it's
pay rent.
not money.
Oh, a pay raise.
He just said a raise.
In hatred. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
maybe
what
they get
run
paid
on.
in hatred.
They just they get to just kick a kid in the shins.
Or maybe it's the grow juice.
Oh,
thing
the
that makes-
enlarging
yeah,
bomb.
the enlarging bombs.
Ooh.
I do. Nicole and I noticed a detail
Oh,
in this.
yeah.
When they unplug the enlarging bomb, there's a Gorma eye
It's an
under the
eyeball.
tab. Yeah. The Gorma have a weird thing with eyes, if you didn't notice. They all have one eye or possibly three
But
eyes.
like no one talks about it, so we
Yeah.
don't know
So
what it is.
Are the bombs maybe Gormas themselves? Like, is that a breed of Gorma?
Ooh. I'm not sure. We do think there's a finite amount of enlarging bombs because they don't use them all the time. And we've seen them in like a suitcase. Just a bunch of them in a suitcase on the first or second episode.
Yeah.
And that suitcase does come back, I think,
Yeah.
because it has that screen in it.
Yeah.
This show's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so
It's really
dope.
good.
Yeah.
If you want to watch this, Kevin,
Yeah.
it's on Shout Factory TV for
sweet.
free. You don't need to sign up for anything. Or Tubi TV. It's an app on Xbox One, PlayStation 3 and 4, and a lot of smart TVs.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
definitely
free.
going to dive into it.
Yeah.
TUBI.
Yes, TUBI TV. Let me see if there's any more.
Kiba Ranger.
Oh, yes, the Kiba Ranger. Thank God. In and out. That's all. That's what every single episode should be with the White Ranger.
Came in just to bunt and then left.
Yeah.
Well, he was there with his mech, but that was it.
But yeah, it didn't even do anything as the well, I guess they transformed together. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't do jack shit, and he gets to stand in the front. Asshole.
Yeah, he is what he is. We don't like him.
Yeah.
I like the sword though.
Oh yeah, Byakko, the talking cat sword. He is
so
cool.
sick.
So
Kaku also is not in any of these.
Kaku gone. Get him out of here. And guess what? It made for a great episode.
Yeah.
Sods.
Yeah, I definitely wrote down sods.
Sods.
You got episode parentheses S.
Yeah.
Oh, in the end, when you think they've died, I was sad. Legitimately sad and
Yeah.
Yeah.
felt bad for
Shoji's relationship with them is so cute.
Yeah,
Like,
my last two notes were hell yeah, losers unite. Hell yeah, pushing male friendship.
Yes.
What a beautiful way to wrap up. Like, it's amazing. Not enough of that.
Yeah. I think this is the last one I'll rattle off. Teach a telephone was using binoculars, but only has one eye. She should be using a telescope.
Monocular. I think that's what it's called.
It is. You know what pirates use?
Yeah. That,
Okay.
Oh, what is that? Yeah.
A periscope? No.
Yeah.
Is it a periscope?
No, because a periscope requires mirrors.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, it's,
Guys, at us.
yes. Let us know what pirates use to see far away.
We don't know how to use the internet.
Hey, if you guys were to be on a boat and you were to see an iceberg ahead, what would you use to kind of gauge your distance from them? Binoculars? Probably. You have two eyes. Or if you're a pirate with one eye, what's a one-eyed binocular? Let us know. A telescope? No. That's
Yeah, because I think
for
that has
seeing
mirrors as
far
well.
away. Okay.
Because you'd like look down into it and then it. I think it's called monocular.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
I'm going to say you're correct.
Monocle.
Guys, don't add us. Kevin, let us know. So each episode, we do 2 normal bits. Do you want to do the Gorma one first?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you make it a bigger thing than it is. It's really not like nothing happens. It's the Gorma glove gauge just to see like what the fuck their hands are.
No, we already I'm saying, do you want to do the Gorma or the star first?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's do Gorma first. So the Gorma their names are a profession or title mixed with a noun. So teacher, telephone. General kamikaze doesn't work. President gravestone, tofu hermit, magnet priest, and so on. So if you were just to be a Gorma, anything you want, a profession or title mixed with a noun, what would you be?
Ooh, probably. I'm trying to think of a good adjective.
Do you want to know ours?
Or a good title. Yeah, please.
Mine was hamburger manager.
Ha!
And then Nicole's was coffee craftsman.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the alliteration there. Now I want to follow that alliteration up. I was thinking like, Captain Couch.
Captain Couch, yeah.
And I would just be a flat couch and the cushions would move and be my mouth.
No.
I'm going to go with Captain Couch.
Nicole's pissed because she's like, damn it, I have to draw this
that later, you motherfucker.
And then we also...
Wait, but like, what would your powers be?
Yeah.
That I would like get the Rangers in and they would get too comfortable and fall asleep and then like they would get sucked into the back part of the...
That's terrifying.
That's accurate.
And then I had like, I would use my recliner things to kick them in the face and whatnot and fight.
Yeah, there's like a mirror that just shoots out a tongue and just like wraps people up and sucks them in. Yeah.
Maybe you could shoot quarters at people too.
Oh yeah, totally. Anything that would get lost.
Just bubblegum sticks.
They'd be able to survive for a little bit inside me because there'd just be like goldfish.
And crumbs.
Yeah.
You'd be able to shoot out remotes.
Yeah. Oh, then maybe I'd have like a universal remote that could do stuff.
Oh, yes.
Adam Sandler's there.
Yeah.
Click. Click, click, click.
So we also, the Rangers have special powers. This was actually a great 3 episodes to show you all of their powers. You know, fire, wind, phantom, time, and Shoji didn't use his. His is the gravity star.
Oh, cool. Who was the speed?
He was speed, but I don't know how that fits into his power.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe he just made gravity lighter for himself so he could move fast.
Well, he also does move fast with his Pegasus roundhouse kicks.
Cool.
So that speed is something he uses.
Yeah.
So if you had a power, so Nicole's was the Mind Star.
Yeah.
And she just, I always get it confused.
It's basically just Professor X.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then mine was the Dirt Star. I think of a earthbender, but only with dirt. And mine was the Brown Dirt Star. And Nicole was the Purple Mind Star. If you could have any ability, and what color of Ranger would you be?
Ooh, probably turquoise would be the color.
Ooh, that's nice.
Turquoise, and then, The power. So many options. Based off elements, I want to go ice. And I've been playing Incredibles 2, the Lego Incredibles 2, and just playing as Frozone.
That's a game?
I want to play that.
Lego's Incredibles 2. It's awesome. It starts out as the second movie, and then it's also open world, and then they jump back to the first movie afterwards.
Oh, that sounds great.
I'm having a blast. And then there's all these like Pixar references, and you can play as a bunch of Pixar characters because it's Lego games, and they put 100-some characters into all of them. I've been playing as Bing Bong from Inside Out.
We haven't seen that.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Yeah,
it's good.
We want to. The only Pixar movies we don't want to watch are Cars.
The third one surprised me of Cars.
Oh, really?
Just because it's about like the old people getting out of the way for the new people.
Okay.
And then Inside Out, I love because it's the first kids movie that's just like, all these are about trying to teach kids about emotions, so we're just gonna have it be emotions.
Yeah.
And was The Good Dinosaur good?
Ooh, that one I did not see.
Yeah, that seems to be their flop in the sense that it never reached the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
And when you go to the Disney store, there's no Good Dinosaur merchandise.
No good dinosaur.
Yeah, wait.
Maybe that's why.
Yes. That good dinosaur.
Gotta get that good dinosaur.
So, turquoise ice?
Yeah, turquoise ice, I think.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So dope. What kind of ice stuff would you do how would you beat the Gorma Three Stooges with that?
Oh, I'd slick up the ground so they're just sliding around like idiots.
Okay. Just in a constant loop of them about to pratfall.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'd make him like slide into a ramp that would send him sailing away.
Yes. That made me remember one of the great comedy bits was Teach a Telephone falling down at the end.
Oh, yes.
And they said, you fell again.
Yeah, I love that part of them just all like wounded. It's so funny.
This is a great show, guys. I think... Yeah, do you have anything else that you want to comment on?
No, thanks for having me. It was a blast.
Thank you so much for coming, for real. These story arcs with multiple episodes, it's hard to get someone in, and guess what? He's a get.
Yeah.
He'll be at the Shithole Sunday nights and say, hey, guys, a podcast was just released that I'm in. You should check it out. And based on my experience at the Shithole, people will look at it and be like, what is this? That
was our connection to Morphbots, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's insane. I think I told you this. The Morphbots hit us up out of the blue and said, hey, you should check out our show. We'll check out yours. We just released it as the time you were just releasing yours, and it's similar. And I saw Pete on his profiles. He was in a Cubs hat. And probably at a Cubs game. So then I asked him, hey, where are you guys from? And they said, oh, we're from Chicago. And I said, we're from Chicago too. You should come. And then I saw that they were improv and stuff. And I said, hey, you guys ever been to the Shithole?
Nice.
And they said, oh, Pete's performed there. I've shown videos there.
Yeah.
And it's insane that such a small world of us doing those tiny things and having the Shithole as the focal point. And I do want to say, before this morning, I tweeted out, hey, today we're recording someone that's a staple in the alt comedy scene in Chicago.
That's very
he's
kind.
at least a staple to us. The Shithole's great. I don't know, how do you promote the Shithole?
That's the big part of it is we didn't want to have to promote. So the whole thing was it's going to happen regardless of if you're there or not. And what's important is that we're having a good time and enjoying it, whether it's just Zach, Dan, and I, or 2 other people, or 100 something.
Yeah, so I want to do a plug for the Shithole real quick. If you are friends with us and you're ever here on a Sunday, guess what? You get to go to the Shithole. Other than that, I don't even know the address.
And if you're just in town, or if you're curious, shitholeinfo@gmail.com is for all of the booking, as well as whenever we do our pop-up shows.
Yeah, do some angry rap music and then cover yourself in fake blood. See if that goes over well with the audience. Pete and Andrew of the Morphbots, I showed them my raps, and they said, how come no one is liking this? And it was explaining Shithole stuff to them. And then I showed them a song of mine called Peanut Butter Pussy. And they said, no, you need to start with this song, and then people get open to you, and then you can do your crazy satanic raps. So, I need to go back.
Yeah,
I don't have a job anymore. This is my job. Oh man, guys, hey, please tell your friends about this show and my other podcast. But we'll get into plugs. I'll get into my plugs because they're probably the longest. Nicole, what you got to plug?
Ooh, I'm Darling Homebody on mostly Etsy and mostly Instagram, but also Facebook and sometimes Tumblr. Also, I draw Crumb Bums, a webcomic that James writes, and I draw on Instagram mostly. And then we just started doing mostly sketch and Sentai.
Yeah, and explain that to people.
It's me drawing our made-up Super Sentai monsters.
Yeah, so...
just like videos of it.
Yeah, it's her drawing. It's digital, so it's not her writing it on a piece of paper with a camera over her shoulder. And it's us talking, just the two of us, and it's pretty much this same thing, but with drawing. It's a visual element.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be found on YouTube. I'll probably also stream it on Twitch just to get more followers there and monetization.
Money.
What you got, Kevin?
Cash.
Shitholeinfo@gmail.com. I screen print, so if you need something screen printed, talk to me.
Your podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, and Low. Yeah, hell yeah. I just never plug or really talk about myself and what I do. But yeah, Low, great group of people, just fun, actual play D&D podcast. And yeah.
I got some crunchy music in the background, too.
Yeah, I'm spacing on what the musical person's name is, but does a fantastic job and makes us sound awesome.
Yeah. And for me... God damn it. Well, I don't need to promote Mostly Speaking Sentai. That's already here. But, guys, on Twitch, follow Mostly Speaking Sentai because I'm doing something called Mostly Playing PlayStation. And I'm doing playthroughs of, right now, Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. It's the game that I've beaten the most out of any game. I used to just hang out after middle school, and I would start it on a Monday, beat it on a Tuesday, start it again on a Wednesday, beat it on a Thursday. And then I started making beats and doing the same thing for beats. Nicole, can you describe Mostly Playing PlayStation?
I was telling Kevin, I was like, you don't even need to watch him play. You can just listen to it like a podcast, and you'll just laugh so effing hard.
And I asked Nicole, hey, you should come on sometime. And she was pretty much saying, I don't want to ruin this frantic gem practically. It's fun. I'm playing Spyro and trying to fill all the silence. Whatever I see, whatever pops into my head, I say it. It does not get edited. It goes out. That'll be on Twitch, Mostly Speaking Sentai, and then probably on Nicole's YouTube channel.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I've been working a lot. I don't have time.
Well, I can, if you just give me the password, I can upload it.
Yeah.
Just so it's all, we can just tell everyone, go to this YouTube page instead of saying, Mostly Sketching Sentai's here, Mostly Playing PlayStation is here. Also, check out my other podcasts. We have 3 to rattle off. I'll get there. That's with previous guests, Courtney and Monse. We are just talking. There's nothing, it's just talking. And I guess the hook of it is the embarrassing stories of life, but comedic, we're telling, such as how oddly nervous around one guy Courtney is it's insane how nervous she is. We discuss it in an episode 6, I think. It's called Sweaty Palms, maybe. Then we also have This Movie's Gay with my non-hetero friend Corwin. He loves gay movies and lesbian movies, trans, queer. I'm just going to say queer movies. But not like, what a queer fellow. That's from Baldur's Gate. That's just ingrained into my head of Arwen or Eowyn, someone saying, What
James,
a queer fellow.
Get done with these plugs. They're so long.
And we're watching movies. We've done, I think at this time, released Hellbent. It's a 2004 slasher movie. It's real gay. Monster Pies. Kevin, let me ask you. If someone described a movie as this, it's Romeo and Juliet, but with Frankenstein and werewolf. You'd think that's like a B horror science fiction movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just about.
Not a teen movie that at the end you cry.
It's not the movie within the movie.
Yes, the movie within the movie is Romeo and Juliet, but with Frankenstein. And my friend Corwin did not explain this podcast perfectly. And I think, which Nicole is on, it was my favorite episode of this podcast so far. Episode 3, we talk about the gay bed and breakfast of terror. Watch this movie. It's $1.99 on Vimeo. It's fantastic.
I read a review where someone was like, "Oh, it's a good movie to put on in the background." I'm like, how are you not paying attention to this movie? It is insane.
Yeah, it's bonkers, this movie. And then a new podcast, it might be out at this time, or the trailer episode should be out, called What the Hell Mouth. It's a podcast where my friend TC loves Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Her girlfriend Anissa hates Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I've never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So we're watching each episode and talking about it.
Nice. You got to get Raphael on.
Mm-hmm.
Does he love it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay,
he has,
awesome.
Slay all day.
A hoodie that he wears like all the fucking time.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah, we'll totally get him on. And I think by the time this is out, absolutely by the time this is out, my own podcast, no co-host. Yes, finally, every single day of the week, you can hear one of my podcasts Monday through Friday. But it is The People of Townsville. It's a Powerpuff Girls podcast, and I'm super excited about it. I love the Powerpuff Girls. My first 2 albums, every single song has a Powerpuff Girls reference. I love it.
My whole bedroom was Powerpuff Girls growing up.
Wait, when can we record this? The first episode.
Of what?
Of The People of Townsville.
I don't know. It's your podcast.
Ooh. I'm excited for it. It's going to be dope and fun. And, past guests of... also TC with What the Hell Mouth. She was on episode 4 of this podcast. So, Corwin, we need to get on this podcast sometime.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when. He can only record on Mondays usually. No, he should be able to do Sundays and Mondays now. Yeah, we got to get him on, baby. Maybe a Kujaku episode.
Mm-hmm.
But Kujaku's not gay, and that's, I guess, his brand now. I don't know, Corwin.
What?
It's his brand. He has a brand.
Okay.
No, his brand is someone who played Baldur's Gate, which is also my brand. We go to together like peanut butter pussy.
James.
Yeah,
my ears hurt from these headphones being on
fart.
so long. And Kevin's got a fart.
All right, my name has been James.
I'm Nicole.
Baby Kevin, baby.
And we've been
Mostly Speaking Sentai, baby.